Chalupa? Time and again, you find yourself running behind. You're not on time, you're late, or you're early. You have too much time, which is never really the case. You don't have enough time. You're focused on a certain time for a race that you're about to do or that you're prepping to do. In my case, I'm focused on 4 hours and how I want to run a marathon in under 4 hours. That is the time that I'm aiming for right now. You find that you don't have enough time for work. It's crazy to think how much time has gone by since I initially did the 30-day challenge on the month of June, because now we've blown through July and we're halfway through August, and it's just like, where did the time go? So I don't know if you can relate to this, but for me, as time goes on, it's just like you want to cherish the time that you have more and more, whether that's time with focusing on my business, time with focusing on my family, time with focusing on me, and just enjoying my time altogether. So I thought I'd make a video on my time that I spend throughout my day. And right now, it's gonna actually be pretty cool today because we have a huge build that we're working on. So I do a lot of videos around the fitness and the running, but I'll also, in order to do all those things, I have to have money and I have to be financially solid, and that revolves around my business. And that's what helps support everything that I like to do for fun that's not my business. So we're heading to one of our builds today. We're gonna see who's there. I have no clue who's there. I haven't been to a build in a while, to be honest with you. But I wanted to basically just bring you along today and show you a little bit about what goes on in the day-to-day. And then we're gonna see, we had a huge training block this weekend. We did 12 miles on the bike, which I hadn't been on the bike in like years. I think I did one bike ride in the last 2 years. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna get back on the bike, and I just never did. But now we're on this marathon training prep, and we're focusing on sub 4 hours. So in order to do that, I have to do something that I didn't do on the first training for my first marathon. I have to do something different. I have to train better. I have to train harder. And that's what we're doing. We're gonna incorporate the bike. We may incorporate some other things like swimming or what, but just some extra cardio, like aerobic, fitness things other than just 100% running. Because yes, I've done the strength training last time, but I want to do the strength training plus some kind of aerobic like exercises, just to increase my cardio fitness altogether, because I feel like that's what's truly going to propel me into that faster time block. We have to shave like over 45 minutes off my first marathon pace to hit this goal. So it's a pretty big goal for me. And it's just like, man, I need to restructure my time to focus on hitting those goals and those benchmarks throughout this prep. We're still like well over 100 days before the marathon, but we have to start training now. And so I don't know if you ever run a marathon before, but it is no joke. 26.2 miles. It's insane, right? I know. I'm a little psychotic, but I don't know. It's just something about it. I'm hooked now, and I want to just keep getting better, faster. I'm not trying to get like crazy fast or anything like that, but if I can knock it out in under 4 hours, I don't care if it's 3 hours and 59 minutes and 58 seconds, but I want to do it. So, that's what I'm working on right now. And we had a huge training block this weekend. We did the bike for 12 miles on Saturday, and then we did 7 miles yesterday on Sunday. We also went to the pool, and we also made a little purchase of a toy for the family to enjoy, for me to enjoy, and just, have some fun, right? You only have a certain amount of time, so you might as well have some fun with the things that you work hard on. And luckily, we're fortunate enough to do stuff like that. So yeah, that's what this video is all about. So if this is gonna bore you, I am sorry, but I feel like I owe it to a lot of people that, they see little blimps and clips of stuff, but they don't get to see everything. And I have a lot, you know, just going on right now, and I don't know how else, a better way to express it than through what I love here. And I wanted to share some things about the 30-day challenge as well. You know, one of the biggest things that came out of that, without going too far into details with everything, if you're thinking about starting a 30-day challenge, is the interaction, the activity, the activeness of the channel. Like, my channel had never had as much like engagement, action going on than it did during those 30 days. And because of it, things came out of it, and I learned a shit ton of stuff. I learned about, you know, different mounts, different settings with my cameras. You know, I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy a new camera, and then I just learned how to better the camera that I already have with learning how to use it more. So that was like the biggest thing from the get-go, was just the engagement, the activity, the growth that my channel experienced. And then the reach. I was able to, I wouldn't say like pick up like sponsors or anything like that, but collaboration opportunities have come of it that I still now need to find the time to put together, because I don't want to mess those up. I was fortunate enough to gain those relationships, and I feel like that's probably one of the biggest struggles that any content creator has, whether it's on making videos or, you know, just doing whatever it is that you're actually doing. The time it takes to not only record these videos, but, you know, brainstorm on the you know, most of us kind of have an idea of what we're gonna do, but I don't run off of scripts, as you can tell. I just keep kind of jumping, and I keep the flow going to the best of my abilities. And maybe that's right, maybe that's wrong, but that's the style that I like to do, because I like to be just, you know, real with it. I'm not trying to be like a movie here. So activity is going to go through the roof if you are consistent with your videos. And if you watched any of those videos, they were not super edited. They were not super produced, or any kind of crazy production went on. It wasn't until literally like a week or two ago I signed up to get some music, so that I could start putting some music to my videos. And I'm still trying to learn that right now. So that was probably the biggest thing that I enjoyed about it, and that I want to kind of maintain and then also increase, is the activity. And in order to do that, you have to produce more videos. So we're kind of taking two birds, one stone with this opportunity on this big build that we have going on. So excited to show you what we got. But we're entering into a small town, and I don't want to get too crazy. I got to watch out for the sheriffs, and also I don't want to get lost. So, all right, well, we just got here to the job site. I'm currently cleaning this guy off. One of the things I learned on the 30-day challenge was filters. So see the difference? This one, I feel like a ophthalmologist, whatever they're called. This one compared to that one. This one compared to that one. So this is a little push-on filter that I got thanks to one of the friends I made during the 30-day challenge, Julian, with this push-on black mist filter for the action cameras. Let's go check it out. Gotta take advantage of, we brought the drone, we brought the cameras. So we have a full operation going on, and we got multiple production crew here. I got Armando in the trailers, I see him. We got our friends from Catch-All all around this house. Let's see if we can find Armando. Hey! There he is. What's happening? Morning.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you? Are y'all done yet? Is it finished? Who's all here? Who's all here? You're here, Matt's here, Eddie?
Yeah, Matt here, yeah.
Eddie?
Eddie here.
Okay. Chalupa? No tacos. Well, it's a good thing I'm not eating tacos right now, because there's none here. So guys, this is what a job site looks like. It's a little bit of a mess. Oh, we got Eddie. We got the crew ripping up. So it's hard to see from here. I don't want to get too close just yet. We have catch-all all around, covering all the landscape and shrubs. They haven't really ripped off over here yet, but it looks like where they are ripping off, they have the catch-all fully deployed. They have the garage, everything closed off with the catch-all. That's why we love you. And then, of course, we have our tarps. Morning. Morning. We're looking pretty good. It's a messy job. But the main reason we do this is because the catch-all net catches all this with the ground nets, and then it's got these handles here to pick it up. But the giant pool tarp catches the mist shingles that would normally mark up the driveway. Oh, look who we got here. What's up? Good morning. Oh, I have something before you leave for you. Yep. So it looks like we're doing impact. We got Atlas impact. They dropped it all on the ground. Ooh, we have a pool back here. We have the entire roof on the ground. This is their new pool shield. Check this out. It covers the entire pool, but because it's a net, you can see where the pool ends, or the concrete ends and the pool begins. You have to always use tarps, and people will literally fall in. So this catches all the debris on top and doesn't allow it to sink into the actual filter or anything of the pool. Look at that. Doing its thing. That's why we love catch-all here. We got all the catch-all deployed back here. I gotta make sure that I watch where I'm walking. But yeah, this is it. This is a full roof replacement here in Central Texas. They'll be done with this by the end of the day, if everything goes according to plan. All right, so now that we've walked around, it's time to get all of our gear. We got the drone, we got the DJI Pocket 3, we got the iPhone, we got this camera, we brought a tripod. Oh, and my new favorite little fun thing is this cap snap camera. This thing has been fun. I've been taking it around with me, taking pictures. There's no screen on the back, so it's like an old school disposable camera. It's freaking awesome, and it actually gives like the old school vibe photos, but it's digital. So you just hook it up, you can download it in like seconds to your phone, and then you can do whatever you want with the photos. So we're gonna get some cool photos with this today. Looks like there's a small airport around here. Gotta be careful. But this is the DJI 4 Pro, I think it is. What is it? The DJI Mini 4 Pro. This thing's freaking awesome. All right, clear the lines. And here we are. Looks like, there we are. All right, so we'll get some shots of the crew, and we'll get some B-roll here and just make this, we're doing a video within a video, but we're gonna make it happen. We're gonna make some magic happen today. But I feel like the actual commercials here, look at this. We got the anchor pack doing its thing out in the field, charging up the action batteries. We got it powering up the fan. We gotta stay cool and hydrated. We got all our gear here. But yeah, this battery pack from Anchor's freaking been a lifesaver. It's got cords already built into it, so I don't have to worry about bringing cords. All right, so we have the drone footage done. We're gonna go take some pictures now, and then we have the pocket ready to go for the actual video part. It's all gonna come together. All right, well, we pretty much, it is super hot outside. So yeah, everything started overheating and I did my best with the fans and everything, but I knew it was gonna happen at some point. I started overheating, sweated out my new hat, and yeah, so basically we called it a day at the build. I don't know how these guys, I mean, year after year, like they just are incredible at the work they do. To be able to work in these harsh conditions up on the roof of all else, like the hottest, like there's zero shade up there. It's just incredible to watch these guys work, and they are a huge part of the business. Without them, I mean, it's crazy. So we called it a day, went back, I had to program this new phone because we have a new girl that started and we had to get that done. We have a couple other things we gotta get done. And then we have to hit the gym today because today is leg day. We cannot skip leg day, it's leg day. So we're gonna drop off this phone and then we're going to go hit the gym. And then we have to go back to the office to work on some of the videos we did. I have a couple of tasks I gotta complete. It's Monday, baby. And yeah, it's crazy today. It's hot and it's crazy, but we're gonna get it done. And we're gonna start. We got some flight. We're about to take some flight here. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Hopefully they're here. I don't know if they're at lunch right now or not, but let's go ahead and get this thing wrapped up so that we can head over to the gym. At the gym. We're just about done with the flight. Before we officially lift off and take flight, and ironically, as I drink a pre-workout, just kind of get in the zone, kind of chill for this workout. We're gonna knock out real quick. Because like I said, we got to get back. We got a lot to do today. It still needs to get done, but this is part of the prep. We got to get it done. We got to get it in. It doesn't matter. Time is of the essence, and we're like I said, over 100 days out. I think it's like 110, 111 days out. But right now is when we got to put in the time so that we can hit the time that we actually want for the race, which is sub 4, baby. All right, let's finish the flight. Where we at, Timmy? Timmy the turtle. We're at 58 degrees. Might as well be 30. Well, according to Timmy the Turtle, we are at 58 degrees Fahrenheit. And outside it's currently 96, at least it was like when I last checked the temperature. It was 100 degrees today. So this is very much contrast that we needed on a day like today after the weekend that we had. So anyways, guys, thanks for tagging along today. I'm gonna enjoy this coldness as we recover from this weekend's crazy shenanigans on the training. And we're heading into week 4 with a blast of cold, but we're gonna start all over again tomorrow. We have an easy run. We're actually going to Austin tomorrow for a training. We have an easy run, and then it just starts all over again. We got to do, I think it's 2 easy runs, a tempo run, and then we have the long run this weekend. But wife got me this ice bath for Father's Day, so it's working out perfect with this training. And it's a struggle keeping these things cold when it's this hot outside. Triple digits. I had to move it around a little bit to keep it in the shade so the water doesn't get super hot during the day. And then I had to buy a little Timmy Turtle here so that I can keep an eye on the temperature. We're easing into it, so that's why we're in the high 50s. Ideally, we want to get closer to 50 degrees, the high 40s. But we'll get there. We will get there. I don't know how because it's so freaking hot outside, but all in all, we will get there. I can barely think right now. It's not like it's that cold, but compared to outside and how hot I've been today, it's freaking cold AF. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I know it was a little bit of a blender and juggle between work and life training, but that's basically my day-to-day. It's kind of crazy right now. Work, we're at the tail end of the busy season, and so it's been one hell of a summer. We've been fortunate to stay busy all summer long, and there's no signs of slowing down. We're super blessed right now, and we have an incredible team. I have an incredible team at work. I have an incredible team here at home with all the support for the training and my craziness with these runs. This marathon training takes a lot out of you, and I still want to be there, for the family. I want to be a good dad, a good husband. So, and I also want to do a little bit of me too, which is why I like doing these videos. It's a way for me to kind of connect with more people and just almost like have a channel to channel things through. No pun intended, YouTube channel. So if you haven't already, give it a thumbs up. Let me know how your day-to-day is. If you're one of those that, I'm very fortunate and lucky that I can incorporate my training throughout the day. Usually I run and go to the gym in the mornings, but this morning we kind of flopped it because of that build that I wanted to go to. The production team had asked me to go out there, so I had to flop the training around, and I'm fortunate that I can have a flexible schedule to do that. So let me know what you do for training, whether you have to wake up at 4 a.m. to get it all in before work, or if you're utilizing your flexibility, and how does your business respond to it. So luckily, for the most part, we're in roofing, so a lot of the guys are active, and we all go to the gym. We all like to relatively, quote unquote, eat healthy, but it's definitely a addictive sport, this whole running game. This is my second marathon that I'm training for, and there's no signs of slowing down or stopping. If anything, guys, I'm trying to beat the clock and increase my speed. All right, guys, I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this ice bath, or whatever's left of this ice and this crazy hot weather. But thanks for tagging along. Please like the video, consider subscribing if you want to follow along on the journey, and thanks for watching. I know this is kind of a long one, but something I really wanted to do and just get out there to show up for y'all and kind of just give you a life update on where we're at. All right, guys, we'll see you on the next one.